After having participated in the process, which I think was valid and inclusive, I am prepared to vote yes for this budget. But I do want my constituents and others to appreciate some of the assumptions that are built into this budget. Our budget is comprised primarily of a tax funds budget, which is funded through the millage rates that are implied within this budget and that would be adopted at the end of June with a certified tax digest. And as was discussed earlier, it anticipates a decrease in the general fund tax levy and a slight increase in the unincorporated areas aggregate tax levy, which leaves the millage rate unchanged for about 55% of DeKalb County households that live in unincorporated areas. So the good news is that this budget does not increase anticipated tax rates based upon the assumptions that are in it. However, the other major component of our budget is within the enterprise funds, which are funded through utility rates that are charged by the county to its stakeholders and the users of these utilities. Of those three, there are three critical ones that are facing a great deal of pressure that is likely to result in a proposal for increases in rates within this next year, and that we need to understand prior to mid-year, because what we don't want to do, I think, is to maintain or lower millage rates, but then see offsetting and excessive increases in utility rates that would wipe those out. Those three areas are in our watershed department, water and sewer fees, in our sanitation department with our sanitation fees, and in the stormwater utility fee, which funds the management of the public management of stormwater in DeKalb County. The budget anticipates the exhaustion of reserves within all of those funds, and would, if we continue these funding and the funding expectations, would necessitate increases in those fees to tax and fee payers over the next year. So I think that it is the most important priority in front of us for the next few months is to better understand and to work to manage those fees. Those fees have not gone up in several years. The demands on them are real and are significant. And I think that those fee increases at some level are an inevitability. However, the structure of those those fee increases and the way that they are, the burden is distributed on taxpayers and fee payers is going to be very important to us as we go forward, and particularly in combination with the millage levy process. So I'm looking forward to working with my colleagues on those issues and to work to reduce the overall burden of service delivery in DeKalb County on those who pay for it. So thank you, Mr. Chair, and I yield the floor.